Good evening and welcome to Netzach Yisrael's daily Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Shir. Today we're going to learn Siman Vav, Seifim Aleph to Hey. The title of the Siman is Some of the Laws of Brachos and the Laws of Baruch Hu Baruch Shema and Amen, and it has 11 Seifim in total. Seif Aleph. Kodem Shivarech Eza Bracha. Before a person says any bracha, Tzarich Ladas Eza Bracha Shehu Tzarich Levarich. He needs to know which bracha it is that he needs to make. Kadei Shabashah Shehu Mazkir Es Hashem Yisbarach, so that when he mentions the name of Hashem, blessed is He, Shehu Ikah HaBracha, which is the main part of the bracha, Yeda Ma Sheisayim, he'll know what the end of the bracha will be. Va'asur la'asas shum davar b'shah shehu mevarich, and it's forbidden to do anything whilst he's making the bracha. V'lo yavarich bimhirus, he mustn't make the bracha hurriedly, hastily. Elo yichavein perush hamilas, but he should pay attention to the meaning of the words. V'zeh lashon Sefer Chasidim, and this is what it says in the Sefer Chasidim in the Book of the Pious. Kashehu nautel yodov, when a person washes his hands, al shemavarich al haperos, or he makes the bracha over fruit, al hamitzvos hashaguros b'fi kol adam, or over everyday mitzvos which everyone is familiar with. Yichavein liba levarich b'shem bara'ah. He should pay attention to bless the name of his Creator, asher hifli chasdar imo, who was wonderfully kind to him, v'nosan lo haperos al halachem, and gave him the fruit or the bread, leihanos mehem, to get enjoyment from them. V'tzivohu al hamitzvah, and commanded him about this mitzvah. V'lo yaseh ka'adam ha'oseh davar b'minhag, and he shouldn't do it like a person who does something out of sheer habit, u'mautzi dvarim mipiv belau hegyon halev, and brings the words out of his mouth without any intention in his heart. V'al davar zeh, and because of this, chara af Hashem, Hashem's anger was aroused. V'sholach biyad Yeshaya, and he sent us a message through the Navi Yeshaya. V'amar, he said, Ya'an ki nigash ha'am hazeh, since this people draw near, b'fiv u'visfasav kibaduni, with their mouths and with their lips they honor me, v'libar richat mimeni, but their hearts they have distanced from me. V'atahi yira samarsi, and their fear of me, mitzvahs anoshim mulumada, is like a mitzvah learned by rote. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yeshaya, Hashem said to Yeshaya, Re'ei ma'asei vonai, look at the deeds of my children, ki einam ela lefanim, which are only for appearance, u'machazikim ba ka'adam shemachazik v'nag abosav biyadav, and like they hold on to it like a man holds to and practices the custom of his fathers. Boim bevesi, they come to my house, mispalalim lefanai, they daven before me, to fill out hakavuos, the fixed prayers, kuminhag avosehem, like the custom of their fathers. La belev shalem, but not wholeheartedly. He manakim es yedehem umavarchin al netilas yadayim. They wash their hands and they make the bracha over netilas yadayim. Ubotzim, they cut off a piece of bread, umavarchim berkas hamotzi, they make the bracha of hamotzi. Shosim u'mevochim, they drink and they make a bracha. Kamau shahadava shogo b'fihem, as if this is usual to them. Af be'eis shehem mevochin einon miskavnin levocheni, but when they make the bracha, they don't intend to bless me. Lachein al kein chora apal, therefore his anger was aroused. V'nishba b'shmo hagadol, and he swore by his great name. La'abeid chachmas chachamav, to destroy the wisdom of the Chachamim, Hayodim also Mevorachim also, who know him and bless him, but minhag b'kavana, but only because of custom, not with true intention. Kitzur, as it's written in the next pasuk in Yeshaya, Kitzur Basrei, Lachein hineni Yosef v'chola, therefore behold, I will do yet further, v'avda chachmas chachamav v'chola, so that the wisdom of their chachamim will be lost. Lefichach his hiru chachamim al hadavar, Therefore, the Chachamim warned about this matter. V'amru, they said, Asay devarim l'shem ha'olam v'chula. Do things ad kan l'shana. This is the end of the quote from the Sefer Hasidim. V'ra'oi la'adam sheyargel et atzmo lamar es habarachot b'kol ram. And it's correct for a person to accustom to himself to say the brachos out loud, ki hakal ma'arer et hakavana, because hearing one's own voice awakens his concentration. If base, when a person makes a bracha, yehei piv noki min harok, his mouth should be free of saliva. Begam sha'adavar la yehei basach piv, nor should there be anything else in his mouth. Shneimah, as it says in the pasuk in Tehillim, Yimalei pi sehilasecha, let my mouth be filled with your praise. Seif Gimel, Atzur lahatzi shem shamayim levatala. It's forbidden to say Hashem's name in vain. V'chol hamatzi shem shamayim levatala, anyone who says his name in vain, over al mitzvah saseh, is transgressing a positive mitzvah. Tichsiv, as it's written, Es Hashem Elokecha tira, Hashem your God you shall fear. Uchsiv, and it's also written, Im lo tishma v'gomer, if you will not observe, li'irah es Hashem hanichbod v'hanara, to fear his glorious and awesome name. V'zehu miklal hayira, and this we learn from the concept of fear, shelo lahazkir shema hagadol ki im b'derech shevach uvracha, that one should not mention his great name, except by way of praise or blessing, b'mashahu mechuyav, when it is required, or b'derech limud, or when learning Torah. V'yuran, he should be fearful, v'yizdazu evorav, and all his limbs should tremble, b'shar shehu mazkir es Hashem yisbarach shema, when he mentions the name of Hashem, blessed is his name. Avol lo lahatziyah chas v'shalom levatala, but one should not say it, God forbid, in vain. V'lavad, and this applies not only to the special name Yud Kei Vav Kei, ela kol hashemos hamyuchadim l'shmo, but to all the names specifically referring to him, l'shmo yisbarach, to him may his name be blessed. V'lo levad b'lshon hakodesh, and not just in Hebrew, also is it forbidden to mention his name. Ela afilu b'chol lashon also, but even any language it's forbidden to mention his name. V'ham kalel es chavero, one who curses his friend, or es atzmo, or even himself, b'shmo yisbarach, using Hashem's name, or b'kinoi, or using one of his attributes, kinoi hu mashem shabchin bao, and kinoi is the word meaning a word or a phrase by which we praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kamo, for example, Hagadol, the great one, Hagibar, the mighty one, V'hanara, the awesome one, Hanemon, the faithful, Ha'adir, the glorious, V'hechazok, V'ha'amitz, the strong and the steadfast, Ha'ozuz, the omnipotent, Chanun V'rechum, the graceful and merciful, Kana, the zealous, Erech HaPayim, long-suffering, V'rav Chesed, and abundant in mercy. The Chol Lashon, in any language, Chayiv Malkus, is liable to Malkus, to lashes. Uva Abonosenu Harabim, due to our many sins, Am Rav Hamon, Einon Nizhorim, Ve'omen Bilshan Ashkenaz. Most people are not careful in this, and they say in the vernacular, which in the for the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch he quotes in Yiddish, Gott soll im stoffen, meaning Ya'anshehu Hashem, Hashem shall punish him. V'chadome, or similar expressions. V'ovrim bazeh alav shel Torah, and by doing so they transgress a lav midoraisa, a negative mitzvah from the Torah. V'im kila belau shem v'lau kinoi, if one curses without mentioning the name of Hashem or one of his attributes, or if the curse can merely be inferred from the content of his words. Kagan Shama, for example, if he says, Ali hiya ploni baruch Lashem, may so-and-so not be blessed by Hashem, v'chadome, or similar expressions. Af al pi she'eno chayav malkas, even though he's not liable to malkas, to lashes, isura mihu ikar. Nevertheless, it's still forbidden. V'chein asur lichtav b'shum michtav shema yisbarach. It's likewise forbidden to write in a letter his name, may he be blessed, b'chol lashon, in any language. V'rabim toim v'chosvim shema yisbarach. And many people make a mistake, and they write his name, may he be blessed, b'lashon Ashkenaz, in the vernacular. O k'shakosvim tevas adieu, or they write the word adieu, v'hu lashon tzarfas, uve'orau im Hashem, which is French, and it means im Hashem, literally means with God. V'hu isur gomer, and this is absolutely forbidden. Ki la'achad zman yisgalgel hamichtav ba'ashpa, because after some time, they'll end up in the bin. V'dover zeh gorim aniyus b'Yisrael, and this will cause poverty in Israel. Ma Hashem shamayim matzoi, if Hashem's name is frequently mentioned, especially, God forbid, if it's mentioned disrespectfully, then one requires wisdom and effort in order to abolish this. When saliva collects in one's mouth, one should spit out the saliva and then say Hashem's name. And he should not say Hashem's name and then spit out. Similarly, when one is kissing a Sefer Torah, he should first spit out the saliva, but not afterwards. When in ordinary conversation one wants to mention Hashem's name, Yomatavas Hashem, he should say the word Hashem. Velau kamau shatorim hahamon, and not as many people mistakenly do. Ve'almim, they say Adol Shem, ki ein ze derech kavod shamala, because this isn't a dignified way of referring to heaven. Sif Daled. Tzrichin zaher shelo yivarech chas v'shalom bracha levatala. One should take care not to say a bracha, God forbid, levatala, in vain. Or to cause oneself to make a bracha, if he makes a mistake, if he fails, he does make a bracha in vain. And similarly, if during another matter he fails, and he says Hashem's name in vain, he can say afterwards, blessed is the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. If immediately after saying in a bracha the name of Hashem, he remembers that he doesn't actually need to make a bracha, he should finish off, teach me your chukim, your statutes. Shezahu pasuk shalim, because this in itself is a complete pasuk from Tehillim. So it will be like learning Torah, and it won't be like mentioning Hashem's name in vain. If he'd already begun saying the word Elokeinu, our God, but after saying the first part of the word Elokei, the God of, nu, and he didn't finish the word by saying nu, our God, Yisayim v'yama, he should finish off the pasuk and say Yisrael avinu me'olam v'ad olam, Yisrael our Father forever and ever. Shezahu gam kain l'shan hapasuk, because this is also a pasuk from Divrei Hayamim Aleph. Umikam makom yama gam bazeh, and nevertheless, even in this case, he should also say Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusah La'olam Voed, blessed is the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. If Beirach al Hamayim, if someone made a bracha over water, V'shama sheyesh meis b'shchuna, and then before he'd had a chance to drink water, he heard that someone in his neighborhood had died. V'haminhag hu l'shpoch hamayim, And the minhag that upon hearing of a death in the neighborhood, one should pour out water shebeshchunas hameis, in the neighborhood of the dead, as the Kitzur will mention later on. Mipnei hasakana, because drinking this water is considered a danger. Mikol makom kivan sheberech, nevertheless, because he's already made the bracha, he should drink a little. Shalal tahei berachasa levatala, so that his bracha shouldn't be in vain. Va'al yidag mipnei hasakana, and he needn't be concerned about the danger. Ki, because the pasuk says in Koheles, shomer mitzvah lo yeda davara, someone who is keeping a mitzvah shall not know any evil. But nevertheless, after he's drunk a little bit of the water, yishpal chasha'ah, he should spill out the rest. He shouldn't continue drinking. Thank you and good night.